Good morning. I am Fernando Castiblanco and I'm going to presenting the first news. This is BBC News. As President Donald Trump has cancelled his first official trip to Latin America on focus of the issues of suspected chemical attack on Syria. Uh, he will remain suspected chemical attack Syria in Washington to oversee the American response to Syria. The White House and say, meanwhile, the global chemical weapons has said, I will send the fighting team on the seat of Douma. The Organization of the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, UPCW, said that the team was deployed to Syria shortly. It comes after Syria and its military backer Russia both say they wanted to facilitate bicycle inspectors. Our previous panel ended in November after Russia used its bill of the stop in being renewed as Vice President Mike Pence will travel in President Trump's place for replace of the assistant at the meeting of the Americans reunion in Peru of the Summit of the Americas. This is BBC News. We are talking about the cultural news. Why disco should be taken? It gives a powerful platform to artists of color who were the often family of gay. Perhaps that's why it structured such hostility, writes Iowa Hyder. Disco was never designed to grow old gracefully. Instead, I was credited with brilliant defiance. More than 4 decades have now passed since the healthy sound, and sadly become this global phenomenon is life so far. He involved joy and pain inspirational anthems and attempt murder in 1979. Disco demolition night the Aston Chicago's Sominsky Park. Disco is instantly afforded a semi-cultural references and rock and roll or punk. Yes, its evolution have been reached. It continues as spirit music movies have been translated continuous movies and fashion is for events like London Vixen Disco Festival 28 April. These aren't retro trips but recognition that disco will does something for us. This is BBC News. I will be presenting the sports, news sport. Roma sent Barcelona out of Champions League. Debacle, ridicule fall on the empire. There is certainly a consequences among the Spanish media. Barcelona got that they deserved in Roma in Tuesday night, suffering elimination for the Champions League at the quarter final stage for the third consecutive season after performance. Having 4-1 first lead overturned by Roma 20 points of the post in Series A was the last night. Barca expected and will be take while for reality to sing is and the Catalan giants come to terms with one of the most shocking results in club recent history. So how early did happen? This is BBC News. Will you see again in this afternoon? Bye. This is BBC News.